Michael J. Fox returns as Marty McFly in Back to the Future 2. $332 million this movie grossed. Obviously a success. That's also why we're taking a look back.
Let's go, Geert. Back to the Future 2 is a 1989 American science fiction film directed by Robert Zemeckis. This sequel continues the adventures of Marty McFly and Doc Brown, played by Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, respectively. The film also features Leah Thompson and Thomas F. Wilson reprising their roles from the first film. Elizabeth Shue replaced Claudia Wells as Jennifer Parker, and Jeffrey Weissman took over Crispin Glover's role as George McFly. Filming for Back to the Future Part 2 began in February 1989, following 2 years of preparation, including set construction and scriptwriting. The film was produced on a budget of $40 million and was shot back-to-back with its sequel. This project was notable for its innovative visual effects, with industrial light and magic employing new techniques such as digital compositing and the VistaGlide motion control camera system to create its groundbreaking visuals. Universal Pictures released the film on November 22, 1989, and it was a commercial triumph, generating more than $332 million worldwide. Plot summary. When the movie starts, on October 26, 1985, Doc Brown shows up unexpectedly in the DeLorean time machine. He convinces Marty McFly and his girlfriend, Jennifer Parker, to travel to the future with him. Their mission is to help their future children. Once they arrive in 2015, Doc decides to leave Jennifer asleep in an alley to keep her from learning about her future. Doc explains that their son, Marty Jr., is about to get involved in a robbery with Biff Tannen's grandson, Griff. This robbery could trigger a chain of events that would destroy the McFly family's future, so Marty and Doc need to act quickly to set things right and prevent this disaster. Doc tells Marty to swap places with his look-alike son, Marty Jr., and to turn down Griff's offer to avoid trouble. However, Griff taunts Marty by calling him chicken, which leads to a wild hoverboard chase. Griff and his gang end up getting arrested, which helps protect Marty's future children. Later, Marty buys an almanac that lists the results of major sports events from 1950 to 2000. Doc finds out and warns Marty about the dangers of using time travel for personal gain. Just as Doc is about to get rid of the almanac, they're interrupted by the police. They've found Jennifer, who is still unconscious, and are taking her back to her home in 2015. Doc and Marty rush to catch up with the police, but an older Biff Tannen also follows them. Biff has overheard their plans and managed to retrieve the almanac that Marty had discarded. When Jennifer wakes up in her 2015 home, she hides from her future family. She overhears some surprising news about her life with Marty, learning that things haven't turned out as she expected. Jennifer tries to escape but ends up fainting when she runs into her future self. While all this is happening, Biff steals the DeLorean time machine without anyone knowing. He returns it to the 1985 timeline. Marty and Doc make their way back to 1985, leaving Jennifer on her front porch. They hope she'll wake up and think everything she's experienced was just a strange dream. When Marty and Doc return to 1985, Marty starts to notice that things are different. Biff, having used the sports almanac to make himself rich, has turned Hill Valley into a mess. He's now one of the richest and most corrupt men in the country. Biff even covertly murdered Marty's father, George, in 1973 and forced Marty's mother, Lorraine, to marry him. To make matters worse, Doc, from this messed up timeline, is locked up in a mental facility. Doc discovers that old Biff used the time machine to deliver the almanac to his younger counterpart. Marty learns from this new, terrible version of Biff that he got the almanac on November 12, 1955. Biff, following the advice from his future self, tries to kill Marty. Marty and Doc have to make a quick escape, racing back to 1955 to fix the mess. Marty quietly follows the 1955 version of Biff and sees him get the almanac from his older self. He trails Biff to the high school dance, trying to stay out of the way of events he already experienced before. Marty has to step in when Biff's gang starts causing trouble for the other Marty, who's performing on stage. He manages to grab the almanac, but loses it after getting into another fight with Biff. Marty chases Biff's truck on a hoverboard, eventually retrieving the almanac as Biff crashes into a manure truck for the second time that week. Marty burns the almanac, which fixes all the timeline changes it has caused. While he's doing this, Doc is hovering above the DeLorean time machine. Just as Marty is about to join Doc, lightning strikes the DeLorean, causing it to vanish into thin air. A Western Union courier shows up right after and hands Marty a letter from Doc. The letter claims that the lightning sent Doc back 70 years, all the way to 1885. Marty races back into town in search of the 1955 Doc, who had just assisted the other Marty in returning to 1985. Doc passes out with amazement at Marty's unexpected return. Box office success. Back to the Future Part 2 hit theaters in North America on Wednesday, November 22, 1989, just before Thanksgiving. It made a strong impression, raking in $27.8 million over the weekend and a total of $43 million during its 5-day holiday opening. This impressive start set a new Thanksgiving record, beating the previous mark held by Rocky IV's in 1985. In its second weekend, the film saw a 56% drop in earnings, bringing in $12.1 million, but remained at number 1 at the box office. In the United States, Back to the Future Part 2 earned $118.5 million, while internationally, it made $213 million, totaling $332 million worldwide. This placed it as the 6th highest-grossing film in the U.S. for 1989 and 3rd worldwide, just behind Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade and Batman. However, its earnings fell short compared to the original film's success. In Japan, it had a record-breaking debut, earning $7.5 million within 6 days from 153 screens. Mixed reviews. Review 1. Back to the Future Part 2 is a bold sequel that takes the classic 1985 film in a new direction. Unlike typical sequels, this one's complex plot and futuristic setting provide a fresh twist. I appreciated the creativity in the storyline, which involves Marty and Doc Brown traveling to 2015 to fix their future. Michael J. Fox delivers an impressive performance, playing multiple roles, including his children. While the film's darker take on the future might not appeal to everyone, it adds depth to the series. The hoverboard scenes and chase sequences are highlights. Overall, it's a fun, engaging continuation of the trilogy. Review 2. Back to the Future Part 2 continues the adventures of Marty McFly and Doc Brown with a captivating mix of sci-fi and comedy. The movie's ambitious plot, which involves altering timelines, keeps you on your toes and requires close attention. Michael J. Fox shines in his expanded roles, and the futuristic elements are imaginative. However, the film's darker twist on the future and some cast changes, like Elizabeth Shue replacing Claudia Wells, may disappoint fans of the original. Despite some mixed reviews and a darker take on the future, it remains a beloved entry in the franchise. Which scene from Back to the Future Part 2 was your favorite, and why? Let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for more exciting content.